up, guys? This is Phoenix from Rise Again Vintage here, back with another collection video. We got one of the homies here, Austin from 505 Vintage. He's going to show us, his collection. But before then, I just want to kind of, talk with you and everything about, how your collection got started. I know you're very, particular with a lot of your collection and stuff, and you're into different things. So, how to get started and kind of what you're into collecting?
What got me started? I've always thrifted, even like when I was in high school and stuff. Mainly for myself, and then like 2-3 years ago, I started finding stuff that was like, I can't leave that at the thrift, you know what I mean? So I pick them up and then sell them to friends and stuff like that, and then I started seeing like some of the crazy shirts from like bands that I liked, and it was just love at first sight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so just started one by one. Some of them were thrifted, some of them were bought, some of them were traded for. Yeah.
Definitely. And I know, so how many t-shirts in general would you say you have in your collection?
Oh
around
shoot,
there?
I didn't even count it. These are my really good ones, and I'd say there's probably maybe 40 here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you see like a stopping point with your collection? Like, is there like 100 and I'm there, or does it just keep on? I feel like that's with a lot of people.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're like,
I mean, there's always a cool shirt out there that you want. You know, you see it and you're like, oh shoot, now I gotta have it. You know.
One question because I know, with me being in a relationship, and I know you're in a relationship too, what does your significant other think about the t-shirt collection? Because I know my girl like understands it, but then she's like, it's taking up half the closet, it's taking up pretty much the closet and everything.
Yeah, so. there's a real give and take to like getting them and yeah, storing them too. Man, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, and so it's a challenge sometimes. Sometimes when I'm looking for something that can just explode everywhere, because there's a lot that's like not in my personal collection, just that I sell.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
yeah, it's about just my personal ones. Even that, like my drawer is just like,
Yeah, definitely, I get you. And what would you say is your main thing that you collect, like music, band tees, things like that, or?
Yeah, like punk and grunge and rock from the 90s and stuff like that. A little bit of 80s, a little bit of early 2000s.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just if I like the graphic and I like the band, it's a good shirt.
It's like, man. Well, I can't wait, man. I've seen some of your stuff, but I haven't seen it fully, and then you definitely got some more stuff. I've seen it last year.
Everybody just shut the fuck up, alright? I got this shit under control. Jesus. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Yeah, listen. Yeah. See, I got 99 bitches, and they all problems. And I don't really got no time to solve them. Swear that I'm a monster. Swear that I'm a goblin. I'm on the grind, Eric Carston. It's time to get into this. Sick of the syphilis. You started, I finish it. Shoot the shot like I'm military.
Alright, sweet. So Austin, get into kind of your collection here and everything. Let's get into the first t-shirt. What do you got for us?
Alright, let's dive right in. Alright, to start off, we got the 1996 No Doubt, right?
Yeah.
Anaheim, California.
Dude, I just love that.
Young Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
Some of you young kids might not know that she was in a band before.
Yeah.
Before she went solo.
Doesn't she do Hollow Back Girl? Like
That one girl, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's sick.
But yeah, I just got this one actually. Pretty pumped on it. Anvil tag. Alright, second off.
Oh, we're starting. Oh, okay.
We got, they're kind of all mixed.
Yeah.
They're just by color pretty much.
I love it.
We got the, I think this is 96 Nirvana right here, and it's completely thrashed.
But it looks so sick.
It does.
People just hate on oh, it's got a hole in the t-shirt or something like that. I'm like, dude, it just adds the character.
It's got a whole story to it, you know what I mean? Like, the original owner loved this shirt, and I love it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is, I actually found this myself, my first Nirvana shirt that I found, and I found it a day after his birthday and a day before my birthday, and so, a little early birthday present. Alright.
Oh, nice.
Here's the 94 Elton John, Billy Joel tour shirt.
I haven't
Both
seen
together.
that one before. Yeah.
Right? This is like the bootleg rap style.
Yeah.
So this is like a parking lot shirt, which, as Tony was saying in the last video, can be really cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes cooler than the actual original band shirt.
Yeah, because I actually gifted my dad for his birthday last year, like the Two Faces one,
Yep,
on the back and everything.
Black one,
Yeah,
right?
the black one,
Yeah.
and like it's sick, and but I mean like.
Yeah. Something about that, the colors. All right, next is a new one I got. It's an Apple one. Changing the World and the Way We Learn About It, Macintosh.
Oh man.
This is like mid-late 80s,
Yeah.
like the original thing. I'm not sure if it was like one sold or if it was like what the employees wore
Yeah.
or if it was free, but really cool. on the old Fruit of the Loom tag.
I just love that rainbow apple too. Like,
Yeah,
it's just,
something about that. They need to bring back that.
yeah.
Like, if there's a special iPhone model with that on there.
That'd be sick. I would buy that.
Oh.
I'm not even like huge into the tech, but like
Yeah,
that's-
that would just be so cool for like
Yeah.
a throwback, you know.
Alright.
All right, next we got the Holy Grail
yeah,
right here.
There we go.
The Nirvana In Utero '93 original. Such a crazy design. Like,
On the giant, yeah, it's just.
yeah, this is
so
like
sick.
one of those if you're collecting Nirvana shirts that
Yeah.
you kind of gotta have.
For sure. And then I know. So with this, you just got that recently, right?
I got it probably like a few months ago.
A
Yeah.
few months ago.
Yeah.
What was your thought? Because you grabbed it off like eBay or something like that.
I grabbed it off of blanking on his name on Instagram. He's it's like he's a dude from Detroit. But he has
Okay.
like a crazy '90s grunge collection.
Oh, that's sick.
And yeah, I got that, and prices have skyrocketed. Since
What
I
was
got
the
it.
thought process of like basically, making the deal, and
Mhm.
then when you first opened up that package to like get there?
I'll tell you, it was a bit of money, and I just knew I had to have it because like it was now or never, pretty much.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's just gonna keep.
the prices,
on
yeah,
going
the prices
up.
keep going up. So I was like, I can't see myself paying that much in the future for it. So
Yeah.
might as well grab it now while I still can.
Yeah.
While the price is decent, and it's actually paid off.
Yeah,
Actually, faster return than stocks right now. So
there you go. Is that one that you think that you'll never sell?
I had it up on eBay like right when I got it,
Mhm.
and I've had an offer of $600 on it.
Yeah.
But there aren't really hardly any of them out there for sale right now, so I don't really want to sell it.
Yeah.
You
just,
know.
just sit on it.
Yeah, I
you know?
kind of pulled it back off.
Yeah. Because you're like 600 man, that's good.
The other thing is, if I sold it, I just want to buy another one.
Yeah.
You know, like if
And
I
then you can't find that one.
exactly, I can't find it. So what's the
Yeah,
point?
for
I'm
sure.
not gonna sell it.
For sure.
All right. Next we have Bart Iowa State shirt right here, the Red Avenger.
So
Which-
random.
I know. I've never seen anything
I
like
know,
this.
It's
Like
so sick. And on a Nutmeg
Yeah.
also, like it's just.
Nutmeg is like a sports brand.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's not a bootleg or anything. It's actual original with the Simpsons licensing.
It's just so random and like
Yeah.
I'm a big Bart fan, so I love that, and so is Manny behind
Yes,
the
yes.
camera. Like
We got the Bart section over there.
yeah,
You know.
it's just so sick, man.
All right, and last one of the white shirts, we have Lollapalooza, 1994. Nice little giant tag in there.
Just
Here's
look
the
good.
back on it.
Oh, that's when they were going on tour.
Yeah,
also.
this is when they're on tour. No stops in Des Moines this year.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Yeah, yeah. I think Kansas City is probably the closest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got like this Buddha guy on there. If you can
Dude,
see it.
that lineup though. is
Yeah,
just
Smashing
so-
Pumpkins, Beastie Boys.
Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah,
dude, that was
Raiders
just-
L7.
yeah, that and the
Awesome shirt.
what was the one with Pearl Jam and Ice Cube? 92.
That's in here.
Oh,
90,
okay.
I think it's 93. I think.
93.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just dude, that
The
both those
lineups. The
yeah.
lineups.
Imagine going to see all those like
If I go back in time, I would go to like
every
94, 93, 92.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, next
Oh,
we have
there we
the.
go.
Yep, 92 actually. I was wrong. But the graphic on this
It's
and
so
the
sick.
fade.
I
like-
love that fade.
Yeah, I love when you can see like the darker stitching
Yeah.
because the stitching doesn't fade really.
Yeah.
So
What's the lineup on that one?
lineup on this.
People.
Get ready for this, guys. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Ministry, Ice Cube, Soundgarden, Jesus and Mary Chain, Pearl Jam, Lush,
That's early Pearl Jam too.
Yeah, yeah.
That's sick.
and just the graphics on this one.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
And the fade, like, so I know that we talked about in previous episodes,
Mhm.
with with Tony and they're just in general. Like I know some people like dark, like they want their t-shirts looking new
Yeah.
and everything. But like I'm a fan of like the fade and everything. Are you as well? Like
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Fade.
Yeah.
I've got like really fresh black shirts,
Yeah.
but I don't really like them as much.
Yeah. It makes you want to wear them more. Too,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
can get
You
the
gotta
fade.
wear them to get the fade, you
Yeah.
know. So keep washing it. But yeah,
That's sick.
I prefer Fade, and I don't mind wear or a little tattered, you know.
For sure.
Here's another good one. Metallica, 1994 tour.
Love that back so much.
Right? It's like almost like Grateful Dead, the big skull,
Yeah.
like Steely, you know. But yeah, I love how they crossed out Europe '93
Yeah,
here.
it's just
Summer
US.
'94. They got a little lazy right there.
Yeah.
But I guess the shirt's so crazy that keep it, you know.
Did you? I think you found that one. Right?
I
Or-
didn't find it in like the Wild. I found it in a vintage store,
Yeah.
and they had it listed for $40, and I offered them $30, and they took it. And
Shout out to that vintage. Store.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I love that graphic.
yeah, it's like this is the one Metallica shirt I have. Actually, there's another one in here. I love
Yeah.
But this is my favorite. Our Next we got Steve Miller.
Nice.
I think this is 1991. Fly Like an Eagle.
Love
Countdown to
that
Earth
graphic
Day.
so much.
Right?
Oh, Ames.
Ames right there,
Okay.
yeah. Big old eagle on there.
I feel like a lot of people went to Ames, like the college places,
Yeah.
instead of coming here. Because like if you see on a lot of tour T-shirts, like I've seen a couple, I've had a couple, and everything. It's
Mhm.
like Ames, Iowa City, things like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, back in like the 90s. Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
come to Des Moines really at all. I don't
It's a lot different now in Des Moines.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Like bands keep going.
Yeah.
So. All right, next up we have Misfits.
yeah.
This is the newest one, like date-wise in my collection. This is 2001. I couldn't pass it up though.
Yeah.
I found it in the wild. So, and the fade on this one too is so great.
It's just such a classic graphic. It's so
Yeah,
classic.
yeah. I mean, everybody knows when you see that.
Yeah.
All right, here's a cool one. The graphics on this.
Nice.
Yep, Harley
That's
Davidson.
awesome.
The eagle has landed. And these shirts, they always have like this graphic, but then the back graphic will be different for the state that it came
Yeah.
from, or like the city. And I love this
The
one.
armadillo, that's so
yeah, yeah.
sick.
Up at the star.
I just love that gold Harling going across as well.
Yeah, yeah. The colors on it. I mean,
So-
can't go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Really comfy shirt too, like the way it drapes.
Nice.
All right, here's one I got from Dig for Fire. I mean, on Instagram. I traded for him, and he actually got it from Vice Iowa City.
Nice.
So kind of down the line of
It's
Iowa.
Iowa,
people.
yeah, that's the-
Yeah. Yeah, 1994 Pink Floyd. This is their last tour. This one's actually really good.
Yeah, I love that. But I love the wash though. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I see a few of these, and they're usually really fresh and black, but I wouldn't trade mine for a fresh one. You know. All right, here we have a kind of a rare one.
Man.
The Nirvana Incesticide in black. Usually it's in like that green,
Yeah.
you know, and it's kind of nice to see it like this. I like
Oh,
it black.
Yeah, and like I like those like because there's like T-shirts that I own that are in like a certain color, but then
Mhm.
when you find it in the other color, it
The
kind of
rare
makes it a little bit
colorway.
more rare.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's sick.
Now, in Kurt Cobain, he actually painted this himself, the picture, the original painting, and really
That's
cool
awesome,
shirt.
yeah.
Here we have a 1989 Rolling Stones. I actually got this from Peter from Vice.
Shout out Peter.
Shout out Peter.
That's sick.
Yeah, really nice fit. It's on the old Fruit of the Loom. You can barely see it anymore.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. It's a little scrunched down.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you like to collect kind of T-shirts that you listen to, like of bands, I should say, or
Yeah.
do you have any T-shirts of like bands you don't listen to, or is it only like strictly like
No, I only wear bands that I listen to. I may not listen to that much, but
we still listen?
they're bands that I appreciate, you know. Like some bands I listen to way more than others in this collection.
Yeah.
Like I don't listen to the Rolling Stones that much, but I do love the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, for
so,
sure.
like who doesn't?
Yeah.
You know. All right, now we got a Nike piece that
Yeah.
actually came from you.
Yeah, sick.
Probably like a year ago when we were
Yeah.
doing the pop up downtown.
Yeah, that's sick.
Just the classic, Just Do It. You
And,
probably
like,
forgot about this one.
I
didn't
did.
you?
Forgot about that one. And the cool thing about that, like I always liked, it kind of looks like a boot in a way. Like it just looks like they just put it all.
Yeah,
together.
you're right.
Like,
Just kind of slapped on there
yeah.
the colors of it, and like
They
it's
just
just
pop
this
so
really
much.
like it's not thick paint
Yeah.
or like print, but it's
held
just
up well
there,
too.
hardy.
Like,
yeah,
it's really
exactly.
good.
It's a really nice shirt.
That's sick.
All right,
Man,
here's one I got from my friend Dell. Traded for
that's just great. Right
Foo
there.
Fighters,
Yeah.
1996.
It's one of my favorite albums.
Right? Oh, and just the those little spheres and the
Yeah.
lines. So cool.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's just such a for people that don't know Dave Grohl, part of Nirvana. I mean, I'm sure a lot
original
of people
drummer of
know.
Nirvana
Yeah,
went
yeah.
on, did Foo Fighters.
Yeah. What? No. Oh, I just love that, and the album's so sick. I love
Yeah.
that t-shirt.
Well, it's just classic,
Yeah.
pure 90s, you know,
For sure.
like that late 90s, kind of happy
Yeah.
Foo Fighters.
Everlong's a good song.
Oh man, there's so many.
Yeah.
Like,
That
we
whole
could just-
album, there's just.
We could just
so
dive
good.
into Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I know.
again.
Like that's another
Right?
video.
All right, here we have another Harley shirt. This is actually a 3D emblem, which is just like, I don't know why they're more rare than
Yeah.
other Harley shirts.
I'm not huge into Harley, but like I know
Yeah.
3D emblem.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, if you find a 3D emblem, that's money. But like, I think the reason why is because it was always a really dope graphic.
Yeah,
and,
I
like,
guess that's it right there. Is 'cause
Yeah.
the graphics are just insane with it, you know.
All the 3D emblems I've seen, it's always been like a crazy, like just wild graphic,
Yeah.
and the just the art on it. So like I love that one. It's sick.
Yeah, I actually found this when we were in the thrift together one time.
I remember that. Yeah. it's always funny to see, like, 'cause you're like sad for a second, but then you're happy for the person. But like, so I was over like 2 bins over to the right.
Yeah,
we were at
yeah.
the bins, and you're over there.
I hadn't found anything. None of us have found anything.
I know, and then he just pops up with that. I'm like,
It's
oh.
like,
man. But then you're happy for the person.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't be like, you know. That,
You're
that's
glad
just
somebody
like-
found something.
Yeah,
Just to see
exactly.
something cool pulled out.
Yeah,
You know?
that's the goal of, you know, going, especially thrifting with friends and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
And then the back graphic
Oh,
is,
that's it.
again, like I was saying with the Harley shirts.
So random.
Back graphic is always different, like
Yeah.
from shirt to shirt, just because of where it came from, the whole city. And this one, I love it with the Cycle Empire, Milwaukee, that sword.
I love that like stamp of the Milwaukee.
Yeah, yeah, that too. It's just, it's great.
Yeah, for sure.
And these are always really comfy.
Yeah.
So. All right, another Nirvana right here.
Classic.
I think that might be the last.
The last Nirvana.
Oh yeah, this classic smiley face, with the back graphic. Which,
Flower sniff your kitty pet.
yeah, it's one that the
Yeah.
moms kind of give you a funny look about.
Yeah.
but it's not
You
that
got
bad.
that last year. Well, I was.
Yeah, yeah, I got that at Iowa Soul from Vice Iowa City.
Yeah.
Again, shout out them.
That's just the awesome part about it. Like, that's what I mean, like, people say, like, oh, there's a lot more people in Iowa, or,
Mhm.
like, you know, thrifting and everything, or, like, selling, but, like, it brings opportunity for you to get stuff for your personal.
It
Which
does.
is, I mean, yeah, we all have businesses, but it's
Yeah.
all, we have a love for it and passion for it, too, so.
Exactly. We all have a little niche that we like to collect and stuff. And like, I probably wouldn't be able to trade with anybody like from Instagram across the country.
Yeah.
You know, does no one really? That's kind of sketchy.
It is
so.
sketchy.
But when you know the person, you can actually do it in person.
Yeah,
This is what you get.
There
Good
you go.
stuff. Everyone's happy.
yeah,
you know.
for sure.
And there's a lot of fakes to these guys, so watch
Yeah.
out on these. Like just because it says 1992 at
Yeah.
the bottom doesn't mean it's from 1992.
I've had people send me messages like, oh, bro, does this say? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, just because it says it on there. Like,
Gotta look at the tag
Yeah.
and stitching.
you know.
All right. Next we have a Kiss one. Hot in the Shade. I think this is 1990. Yep. That postal stamp
I love
on the
that.
back. Yeah. Just love that graphic right there. I'm not crazy about Kiss, but there's a few songs, but this graphic right
Yeah.
here.
You found that at the bins, right?
Oh no, actually, I traded through Rats Records in
Rats
Merle
Records.
Mall.
Shout out Steve.
Yep. Shout out Steve. Rat.
You guys are, yeah, I love that place. so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, he's got some crazy stuff, crazy shirts.
That's
Once in a while, I'll
awesome.
bring stuff into him. And we do a
Yeah.
little deal. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's on Screen Stars too.
The older screen stars.
older
too,
screen
that's-
stars,
Yeah,
yeah.
love that.
Right. All right. Here's the other metallic one I was lying.
That's it. I just love the.
Yeah, right. They're so angsty in this picture. I don't know why. But yeah, this is 1996. I think Des Moines on the list. Yeah, we're the second stop.
Oh, hey. They
Nice.
started in the Midwest. That's
yeah,
random.
That's interesting. Like, how does that work?
I know. I always like, that's one thing I always like to see on like tour tees. It's like
Yeah.
the travel of like how they
Uh-huh.
did it is very
Right.
weird. Like you'll see like there was a like that, remember that Destiny's Child rhapsody I found?
Yeah, yeah.
It was all like it was like Waterloo. It was only like Omaha, like weird places.
Just weird
and
spots.
stuff.
Yeah. I don't know why if they're just doing a certain interstate or what.
Yeah, I know.
Or you see shirts with like just stacks of tour dates where
Yeah.
you're like, how do they even live? You know,
Yeah.
like.
I don't
Poor
think
guys.
today's artist really goes that much into like
Yeah.
going those many tour dates as like an old rock band would
Mhm.
and things like
And
that.
that's their livelihood. That's their money.
Yeah.
You know. So. All right, next, got another Nike gray tag one. Tag's actually missing, but it is a gray tag.
I remember that T-shirt.
Yeah, my dad actually
Yeah.
found this. My dad went thrifting one time, and he came back, and he's like, "Yeah, I got some stuff." I'm like, "Okay, let's see what you got." I pulled this out of the bag, and I'm like, "No
Yeah.
way, dude."
He's like, oh, I just thought it was cool.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I think this is the '92 Barcelona Olympics. Yeah, you got Jordan and Pippen on there.
That's so
Joint
funny.
Chiefs of Stuff.
Yeah. I just love that.
Stuff.
Love the USA.
Yeah, yeah, this is the
Just
only
USA.
Nike hit on it right there.
Yeah.
The little tiny
Like
box.
you wouldn't know if it wasn't for the little
No, yeah.
little check on there.
Yeah, it's got a kind of a weird fade on the back. Kind of gets like
Yeah.
dark here, but it's kind of cool.
It's
You know.
cool, yeah.
Yeah. I
Shout
got-
out to the parents who thrift.
Yeah. Always have your parents going to thrift store.
Yeah, you never know.
Exactly. Well, I guess I wasn't.
Oh,
done
we
with
had one more
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
One more. Sometimes I forget how like deep my collection is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I think this is 1997. Yeah, 97.
It's awesome.
I got this from Michael Digs for Fire. Thank you.
I love a couple spots.
Yeah, it's got a little bleach,
But
but
it adds it to it, you know.
it's all good. Yeah, I pick up pretty much like any Nirvana shirts I can get.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
Would you say that's the main thing in your collection that you're like, you know,
Yeah.
most excited to get into it? Like
Yeah.
it's all their Nirvana tees.
Anytime I can pick up a Nirvana shirt, like trade for one, get one for a good deal, I'm always trying to. But they're so expensive.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it was such a historic band, and then
Yeah.
for,
And
a lot of times with death, like it will up the value. So
Mhm.
between the band not being together,
Exactly.
Kurt's death, it's
short
just
amount of
like,
time being the biggest band for
Yeah.
that short amount of time. Like,
yeah. What would you say is a Nirvana grail that you don't have?
There's a few. There's the Nevermind with the baby,
Yeah.
and that's like a $500 shirt.
Yeah.
There's the Vestibules one with the Rings of Hell, and that if you get the older one, expensive again.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure.
The Sliver one with the like the blue and pink Anatomy of Man,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I really want that one, but that one you don't see them much
No.
anymore.
And then they make a lot of reprints of them now too.
There's a lot of reprints, and
Yeah.
then Fear of God, they actually slapped their little thing on there.
Yeah.
They actually used vintage ones for that.
Yeah, which was kind of cool, but at
Which
the same time,
it kind of breaks my heart
yeah, I
because
know.
that's why we can't find them now.
I know.
Like, shout out Fear of God. But yeah, so that's There's probably like 3 that I really want,
Yeah.
and it'll take a little bit before I buy another one, or if I happen to find one,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, that would just be, and like that's the thing, bringing up also, like, do you have, like, is there a special, like, thing when you find the actual grail you're looking for? Because, like, I know for me, like, I found some, like, wrestling t-shirts before that, like, in the wild
Mhm.
versus, just buying on eBay. Like, you still get
Yeah.
your t-shirt, but there's such a, like, a
Yeah.
thing with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like that thrashed white Nirvana shirt that I
Yeah.
showed. I found that, and I remember I was digging so hard, and I wasn't finding hardly anything, and I was kind of,
Yeah.
a little bummed out,
Yeah.
and then kept going and found it, and man, it made my week.
Yeah.
You know, it made my birthday.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a vintage Nirvana shirt at the time at all, and so I was pretty stoked.
It's like-
Like even if it was thrashed like that, it didn't matter. And
You found it,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was, it had the story with
Yeah.
it, like, you could tell that person wore that and
Mhm.
everything. That's what it's all about, is like just collecting what makes you happy, and whether it's finding it or, copying stuff, from online or other people trading and everything.
yeah, and I can tell you the exact bin that I found it in, like over a year ago.
Which row was it?
It was row 3.
Okay.
In like the middle of it.
That's
Like,
a row
I
I-
remember every
yeah.
piece that I find,
Yeah.
where I find it. I don't know how, but
Yeah.
it just kind of sticks with me.
Going into, before we get into a couple of the last ones there, talking with the bins.
Yeah.
We have a nickname for Austin. We call him the bin god. It's just because he's pulled so much crazy stuff out of the bins, and the bins aren't for everybody. I feel like
And my last name's Benning, too.
yeah, and his last name's Benning, and wasn't your family crest like
Yeah,
a
it's-
wagon or something?
My family crest is literally a bin.
It's
like
in his blood,
It's like
like-
a wagon with wheels on it.
Yeah, like
Binning.
I mean, it's bins aren't for everybody. I call bins like extreme thrifting because you'll
Yeah,
see
yeah.
like everything there.
Even
you have to
digging,
pull it,
getting
dig
sweaty,
it,
and it's
I-
nasty
yeah.
clothes, too.
Yeah, I've seen needles there. I've seen diapers. I've seen like just
Throw up.
Throw up. I've seen people straight up box. Like it's
I've seen people get arrested there.
yeah,
Literally.
like people had warrants out for their arrest. It's like out there over there,
Yeah.
like. But it's a fun time. Like if you guys ever are around, like definitely.
You meet a lot of people there, too,
Yeah.
that are doing the same thing.
Yeah, which is
fun.
cool. And so speaking on that, like the change from 2 years ago to now, like as far as thrifting goes,
Big
and stuff,
difference.
big difference,
Yeah.
especially here in Des Moines.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Is I know we touched base on that, but is that something, especially with the bins?
Mhm.
I've noticed the bins. Not even people that just find what we find,
Yeah.
just in general. The
Yeah.
presence of the bins has. It used to be like
There's a lot more
little-
resellers, even if it's not for like
Yeah.
hype stuff, like or like band shirts or stuff like that. People are just flipping like jeans and stuff now because it's money.
Yeah. And do you
I
think?
don't blame 'em.
Yeah. Do you think it's like? Do you still have a passion of going to the bins? Like I know that's like your favorite spot to
Yeah,
go. You
yeah.
still go there and everything.
I still go, not as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I used to go literally every day. I remember I had a streak that was like 2 weeks straight, not
Yeah.
a single day off.
Yeah.
And that's really when you find the good stuff.
Because
Yeah.
if you keep going and
Yeah.
you go at the certain times and everything, like
Yeah.
it's just a.
If you stay there for hours,
Yeah.
like it kind of fries your mind.
Yeah.
You know.
Shout out to Vintage Cream because that.
Yeah. That dude is a master. He'll drive from Iowa City or
Yeah,
wherever,
yeah.
and he just digs like a maniac.
And he like gets there like 11 or some
He
random
gets there
time.
like early.
Yeah, and stays till like, cause I'll get there and then he's still there and everything. Like,
He'll go through the sets like twice
Yeah.
too, which
good guy
takes a lot of patience.
for sure.
And he always pulls something crazy when he comes.
Yeah.
Like it makes it worth it.
Yeah,
you know.
definitely. Cool, man. Well, getting to kind of a couple of the last ones. there.
Last ones, we got 2 more, and they're I guess the only colored ones I have really.
That's it.
Right here we have a
Nice.
1996 Foo Fighters. A lot of people are sleeping on these late 90s shirts.
Yeah.
They're really cheap right now, so
Cop.
start buying them up,
Yeah.
guys. Like that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the Bowling Me single, On the Wild Oats, which This has become my favorite,
I was just gonna
my favorite shirt
yeah,
tag now.
Wild Oats.
I don't know why. I'm like a tag freak too.
Yeah.
Cause like all the tags fit differently. Like Giant, Anvil.
You start to know, especially within the collection, you get it bigger. You start
Yeah.
to know what you like,
Yeah.
and then what. Like for me, on wrestling, it's Town Champ. So like
Dude,
I,
they got Town Champ.
yeah. So I buy a lot of Town Champ. Like if I see the tag Town Champ, you know how it's gonna fit. First
Like
of all.
Tony was saying,
Yeah.
you know it's gonna fit right. Like I know when I get a Wild Oats in large, it's gonna
Yeah.
have the perfect fit.
Yeah, that's
You
the
know.
point.
Yeah, and the color. I love the color.
Yeah.
The graphic, like, the blues and the
Love
red.
that.
Yeah, super cool shirt. All right, and then last one we've got
And-
Green Day, 1995, the Insomniac tour.
Love it.
Yeah, it's such a strange graphic. Like, dude operating on a dude's
And,
head.
I'm such a Green Day fan that
Ah,
I'm surprised I don't have a Green Day T-shirt in my collection.
The thing is, with Green Day, they don't have that many good tour shirts.
Yeah.
They're kind of cheesy graphics usually.
I still like the
And
Dookie
so-
one with just the piece of shit on the chest. It's just random.
That's a
but-
classic, yeah. Or like the album cover Dookie. That's like on my
Yeah.
hit list for
Yeah,
Green
for
Day.
sure.
I need that.
Yeah.
But the price on those two,
It's going up.
150 at least.
Yeah.
No one's selling below it.
I know.
And this
then-
one, I got this for a good deal, and right after I got it, these have kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, when you found it, it just sparked my interest again. I'm like, oh, I should grab some
Yeah,
T-shirts because
yeah.
like Green Day's my favorite band. I don't have any T-shirts. I'm like,
Mhm.
why don't you have any T-shirts? So I started looking, and it's one with sizing. Like I'm an XL,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a little bit harder to find and everything. But like just in general, when you search Green Day or vintage Green Day
Mhm.
on eBay or any of the other apps and everything, like you just don't find them anymore.
There's not that much. Yeah, people either like held on to them, just trashed them, or they don't want to sell them. You know, one of the two. Same with Nirvana. Like people hold on to those like really good shirts, and yeah, and just the graphics, like they're
I know.
pieces of art. And for those of you out there wondering, like, well, why wouldn't you just want a reprint that's a new one?
Yeah.
You know, on a new shirt, blah blah. These shirts, the way they made them, they last so much
Yeah.
longer. They're so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like the materials, the way they're woven,
Then the
everything
screen
about it.
printed like Bravado or something like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Bravado's like one of the major ones that reprints all the
Yeah,
VHS
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
and,
man.
like, it's just uncomfortable. I had one that like someone got me, like, cause they were like, oh, you're into, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they don't know, so
No,
like
I've
they're like
got
here, and so like I just wear it to bed and shit now. But like
That's what I do with a lot of my reprints.
Yeah, so like
Bedtime shirts.
Yeah, so like I'll wear it and like it's just uncomfortable, and then you end up just like, oh, I don't even want to wear it. Like it's
Mhm.
the screen print's very scratchy and stuff
Yeah,
compared to
yeah.
like some other stuff, and it's just that's the actual where it's from. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like why get something? Which I'm not hating on people who only wear
Yeah,
reprints.
you know,
Maybe
that's
you're not
fine.
into it, but
Yeah.
you know I don't know. Like I don't mess with accents.
Also, I feel like when I wear the original shirt, it kind of gives you a connection to the past, to
Yeah.
that band, you know, that time period.
Yeah.
And something about that, like especially like actual tour shirts, like someone went to the show, you
Yeah.
know, in 1995, had a good time, got this shirt, kept it in really good condition.
Yeah.
And now I got it.
Yeah, that's just, that's my favorite part about, one, getting into the series of like seeing people's collections,
Mhm.
seeing the passion that they have. Like I see you have a passion with like the t-shirts and everything, and then seeing the different graphics and everything. Like especially the tour tees. Like somebody, like you said, went to this tour, had a great time, bought a
Mhm.
t-shirt, kept it for 20 years, and then either donated it because
Yeah, who
it was
knows?
something in their garage, but they still remembered it and they wanted to give it to somebody, or sold it because it's just they wanted to pass it on to somebody.
Mhm.
And that's what I want to do with my collection. I'm not sure if that's what you want to do with yours too.
Probably will happen.
Yeah, like
or I'll
pass
be
it.
buried with it.
Yeah, exactly. Bury me in. I forgot the 2 Chainz song, but bury me in vintage t-shirts. Like
Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
That's gonna be sweet. So
Stack them all up and bury me.
definitely. Well, kind of. First of all, we do want to thank you for showing off your collection and everything.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm starting here with people's collection videos, I kind of want to get into the top 5 of everybody's collection. So
Gotcha.
let's get into it. All right, so kind of close things out. We just want to see kind of what the top 5 in your collection is, as we were mentioning. So kind of go through, why is this your top 5? Would you say?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an amazing collection
Yeah,
of
yeah.
things. So
These are my top 5. Man, just because the graphics. First off, like every single one of these has awesome graphics. I'll start here with the Apple one. Changing the, I already talked about it, but just honestly like the historical significance of it.
Yeah.
With like this came out probably right in the mid '80s with the first Macintosh, and I think there's something really cool about it. Really underappreciated shirt right now. I think give it like a few years and people will start understanding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a few shirts in my collection like that where
Yeah.
a few more years and people will be like, oh wow, I see why you're collecting that.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Second up, we have the Nirvana in Utero. This doesn't need much
Yeah,
explanation.
speaks for itself.
It's just such an iconic shirt. You know what I mean? Beautiful.
Yeah.
Next one, Lollapalooza. The lineup on the back, and again the graphics. It's always the graphics, really. Yeah, you just can't beat that moth.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who the artist was that did that.
I know. I want to find that out. I think
It's
that'd be something.
really awesome. Yeah. Especially like this year, there's always different graphics, like for the Lollapalooza shirts, like within 1 year. But this is hands down my favorite
yeah, for
of
sure.
any of the years actually.
Yeah.
Next we have this Metallica one. This one, again, amazing graphic, and then the connection of when I found it for such a steal, you
Yeah.
know. It was probably like one of the first crazier band shirts that I had gotten,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't have it if I didn't get it for that crazy steal. So, yeah, just that connection, you know. And then last we have the No Doubt shirt, which is actually the newest shirt in my collection. So usually when I get a new shirt, I kind of wear it for like a few weeks straight.
Yeah.
Not like straight, but I wear it as much as I can without overwearing it.
Yeah.
So you're probably gonna see me in this quite a bit this summer.
So,
And just classic music, classic summer music reminds me of when I was a kid.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
listen to music with my mom in the car, and yeah.
That's it, man. Well, overall, man, first of all, the collection's awesome, and you know, definitely each piece is
Yeah.
you know, a grail, but like you can see why you're collecting it. You
Mhm.
can see the passion
Thank you.
in your collection,
Thank you.
everything as well, and you know, just with everything, and you know, just the whole collection itself. I mean, I can definitely see top 5 there, but then you got another
Yeah.
top 5 in the other rack
It
and
was
everything like
really
that.
hard once
Oh,
I started
yeah.
getting down to like the last 2 or 3 to pick.
Yeah.
It was getting really hard. There's some others that I'd love to have up here, but
For sure, man.
I had to squeeze it down to 5. You know.
Definitely, man. Well, first of all, just appreciate you coming on, man, and
Yeah.
showing your collection. It's just, you know, so cool to see and to give the viewers, you know, to see also. Where can they find you on Instagram and kind of all your social and everything like that?
I run 515_vintage on Instagram. So I have a ton of stuff that's not even on my Instagram too. So if you're ever looking for anything, just message me what you're looking for, and I'll get back to you and try to help you out. You know.
Yeah.
But the main thing I do on my account is band shirts, just because you can see that's what I love.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Sweet, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on, and
Thanks for having me,
definitely,
guys.
man. Appreciate it. Hey, I want to thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Uploading vintage content every single week. You can follow me on Instagram at Rise Again Vintage. You can follow anything Rise Again Media related on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that at Rise Again Create. I do want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.